chopper!
Hi everyone and welcome back to Get to the Chopper. I'm joined by Mandy Blackhawks coach Aaron Payne. Mate, nice to have you in. We must have done something right last year because we're back again.
Yeah, when you say we, I think it was probably more you, mate. I thought it was excellent last year and it's great to be back, and it's great that we can give the people an insight into our fantastic club.
Yeah, well hopefully we can discuss a few more wins this year. Speaking of wins, the 16s, 18s and 19s women all won on the weekend. We're going to hear from some of their players shortly, but before we do, mate, Hostplus Cup back this weekend. You pumped?
I'm pumped, Fergo. It's really exciting. Obviously, it's been a while since we played, and it's been a long, hot, wet, humid off-season, so I know the boys are really looking forward to getting into it, and so are we.
Yeah, you mentioned, I guess, a long break. Strange pre-season, I guess, in a way. We've got a bit more of a relationship with the Cowboys, so we're going to see a few more of their, I guess, top 30 players back, which means we probably won't see some of the faces we've sort of known to come and love as much as we will, but still an interesting team to look at if you look at the round one team. Most of the guys have actually played under you here last year, so I guess for those people sort of saying they're not even the Mandy Blackhawks anymore, well, that's not entirely true, is it?
No, that's right, Fergo. If you have a good look through our side, Jake Burke filled in for us in the halves a few times, and Tommy Chester at fullback, he was one of our most consistent players in that role last year. You look, there's young forwards like Mia and Cooley, and they had their first taste of cup last year and were outstanding. Blokes like Riley Price and Jordan Lip have played plenty of cup now and got that experience and certainly hitting that sweet spot with their age. We've also got Paddy Kathusi, who was our Player of the Year last year, back with us in the back row. And Cade Maloney, well, he's been one of our standouts throughout the off-season with his training, and particularly his first two games he's been really strong and really deserves his starting spot in the front row. I'm really excited to coach Tom Duffy, Jai Hansen and Amali. They're three blokes that have been part of our 21s, weren't far off playing cup last year, and after a Cowboys pre-season under their belt are going to be really strong, and I'm looking forward to coaching those three. So without some of our familiar faces from last year, some which were retired, sad moment when my son Joey Bush retired, and some other players that have moved on to other clubs to play in the Queensland Cup, and we genuinely wish them all the best and give them our blessing.
Yeah, well, I think that's a pretty fair assessment, and I think most of our fans will understand and see the team, so I don't think we have to worry about that. We will talk about some of the new additions. Firstly, former Hunter, PNG Sylvester Namo. Now, I reckon the boys are just glad that they don't have to try and tackle him anymore. Yeah,
I reckon they are. He killed us here on a Friday night last year at Jack Mansky Oval, scoring 2 tries. For the people that haven't seen Sylvester Namo play, or Sly as he's more passionately known, he's very strong and runs very hard. Will be hard to stop close to the line, and is certainly an asset to our side.
Yeah, he's exciting. Look forward to seeing him. And then 4 fresh faces in the back line.
Yeah, so really excited by that. Gamet Shibasaki, obviously a Townsville product and ex-Bronco and Knights player. Gives us some real strength out of our back end with his carries, and he's got some real touches of class in good ball. So he'll be a welcome addition, as well as his centre pairing in Brendan Elliott, who's played 69 NRL games and a real professional. When he played last year for the Cowboys and called upon, he was really reliable. Robert Darby, strong winger, played for Cairns last year and scored a really nice try in our second trial. Moss and Drecky is the other winger, a big, dangerous, strong ball runner, help us get out of our own end and very good under the high ball.
And of course the man who'll captain the side this year, Jaden Hodges, who's a late addition to the team and a late recruit, but a handy one.
Yeah, certainly. Josh Chudley out for the start of the season with off-season surgery, so we probably lacked a little bit of experience in the 9, and we acquired Jaden, like you said, pretty late. He came to us after Christmas and he's been fantastic. His experience and leadership has been so important to us, and he's been outstanding, so really looking forward to him leading the team out.
Yep, and he's finally come to the best club in North Queensland.
Yeah, he's got the trifecta. He formerly with Mackay, went to Cairns, and he's seen the light and come back to the mighty Mandy Blackhawks.
Well, 4 p.m. kickoff at Jack Mansky Oval. You mentioned the trial, a similar side to that second trial team. You're pretty confident with what you're seeing? We're going to have a good crack? Yeah, look, our focus will be around ourselves. It's really important we're getting our own backyard right early in the season. So both our trials were nearly carbon copies of themselves. We really didn't play the game the right way and put extra pressure on ourselves when we put a lot of errors,
and penalties together in chunks. And, you know, when we started building pressure on the opposition, we certainly hit our straps. So that's what we're going to focus on, is playing the game the right way.
Yeah, well, Sunny Coast, really strong side. Preliminary finalists last year, just missed the grand final. I expect them to be strong in round one, despite them saying they're missing a few guys. We can actually hear from their coach now.
I think Louis might have been 18th man last week, so he might be a distant chance for us. And Tepo was nursing a calf in the last trial game he played for us, so they tend to take a little while, calves, so they can be a bit tricky. But look, it'd be great to get either one of them. We lost Max Bailey and Caleb Sutton to suspension in our last trial game against North, so we're probably a little bit light on in experienced middle stocks at the moment. I don't know what it's going to look like. I know Melbourne are pretty busted, so I imagine they'll be quite conservative as to who they're going to send to us, but that's about all I can say.
Payne, any of that insight helpful, or is it all smoke and mirrors? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I think he's playing a pretty straight bat there, but we're expecting them to be really strong. You know, you look at their front row in Vailepu and Ciolo, two really, really good Queensland Cup players. You know, Smoothie around the ruck's dangerous, as well as Pacelli. Their fullback is a real danger to us, and we need to be on high alert when he's getting involved. So they're a strong side, and that's without their Melbourne allocation. So expecting a really strong side here. Jack Mansky Oval at 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Saturday. 4 games on offer with our junior teams in action. Our under-16s kick things off at 11:50 a.m, so slip, slop, slap, boys. They'll be looking to make it 3 straight wins after another last-gasp victory in round 3 of the Cyril Connell Challenge. Like their opening match against the Capras, they trailed the Pride at half-time before coming home with a wet sail. Cooper Fletcher's try with 5 minutes to play levelled things up, and the hosts had a chance to win the match with a penalty goal, but in tough conditions it wouldn't have been an easy attempt, so they took the tap, and as we're about to hear, it was the right call.
Second thought to ourselves, and we thought that why not just get it to the middle and then just head out on the outside ball for a good shape, and it just shows how much grit we can show in the last minute or so. Yeah, Jack Miller scoring us on the wing for the last try. Thanks for that one, mate, that was really good.
And the under-18s triumphed in what was a feisty derby at times to make it back-to-back wins in the Auswide Bank Malmeninga Cup. Rezal Pearson scored a runaway try on the back of Townsville, pressuring the Pride's attack, and despite posting plenty of points, that strong defence was the most pleasing aspect of the performance. Here's one of their back rowers with thoughts on the match.
Yeah, it was a very slippery ball, so had to sort of rein it in a bit, play a bit shorter rather than out the back. So we use our middles a fair bit because they are big and they are strong. So, and it's a bit easier for Zaves to kick the goals, I think. So put some points on early in the game, so they had to chase us a bit, but we defended a lot in the back end of the half. Yeah, but our defence, we stuck with that, and that sort of gave us a front foot in attack. So yeah, pretty happy with the win there.
So their clash is at 1:10 p.m, followed by the under-19 Harvey Norman's match at 2:40. Our women bounced back from their first up loss to Central Queensland with an excellent display against Northern. They ran in 8 tries to none in the 38-0 win, with Enna Malupo crossing for a first half hat-trick in the space of just 9 minutes. And the hosts continued their dominance after the break, despite their opponents improving. Now, there was slight cause for concern when Lila Williamson went down with nobody around her in the final minutes. However, it was just cramp, which meant she could laugh about the incident at full time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just a bit tight in the leg. You had to drop down because I got the biggest cramp. That's about it. Coach Rob Hall, he said some meaningful words that we had to work together as a team. Like when we were working out here on the try line, we wanted to push. We didn't want any points scored against us. And second half when we come out, started from nil all. I reckon the whole team did the best efforts we could here.
Thanks, Lila. Payne, pickle juice, apparently that stops the cramps, is that correct?
Yeah, who would have thought it? I wish it was around when I was playing. It probably would have extended my career a bit longer. But look, I want to wish all the Townsville teams good luck this week. You know, a massive day of rugby league at home here, and another Townsville team that I'd like to wish all the best is the JCU Fire. Finished the regular season as minor premiers. So well done, ladies. Let's hope you can claim another championship, and it's fantastic to see another Townsville team doing so well. So on behalf of everyone here at the Mendy Blackhawks, we just want to wish you the best in the final series and hope you get some really good home support.
Yeah, agreed. Perth first up. I reckon they can get the job done. Speaking of job done, that's us. First show of 2023 in the can. Thanks for being a part of it. Looking forward to getting your thoughts throughout the season.
Thanks for having me, Fergo, and hopefully I can share some of the insight that goes on in the club to everyone out there at home.
And remember, guys, to stay up to date with all your latest Manly Blackhawks news and updates, jump on the website and also on our social media pages. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.